So example 6, here we go. Simplifying algebraic expressions. We need to look at the operation and then perform it. So you can see here that the operation is addition. And when we add, we are just going to combine our like terms. So 3x squared and 5x squared make what? 8x squared. Okay, when we're adding, we don't do anything to the powers. 2x and negative 10x make negative 8x. And then negative 5 and negative 9 make negative 14. So I put together a number of different types of problems here. They're not all the same, so you can try and tell the difference. What's different about B? The operation in A was addition. What's the operation in B? Multiplication. How do we multiply these two things together? How do we multiply those? Yep, 4x times 2x is 8x, and we're multiplying, you add the exponents, 8x squared. And 4x times 7, 28x. So I got done with the 4x, now I'm going to move to the negative 2. Negative 2 times 2x, negative 4x, and negative 2 times 7, negative 14. Am I done? What do I have to do now? Yeah, combine the like terms. So 28x and negative 4x, so 8x squared plus 24x minus the 14. How about C? What should I do there? Yeah, let's distribute the 3. So I have negative 6x squared plus 3x minus 9. Then do I distribute 4 or do I distribute negative 4? The value of the 4 is negative due to the subtraction sign. So I'll distribute a negative 4. I get minus 16x squared. And what's negative 4 times negative 5x? Positive 20x. And then negative 4 times positive 1, negative 4. Am I done? No. What do I have to do? Combine like terms. Negative 6x squared and negative 16x squared makes negative 22x squared. 3x and 20x makes 23x. Negative 9 and negative 4, negative 13. Try next one on your own. Okay, you should get 2x to the 4th minus 3x to the 7th. 2x to the 4th minus 3x to the 7th. How about E? If I square these out, do I get 9x squared plus 16? Is that what I do? Why not? What do I do? What does it mean to square something? Multiply it by itself. So if I'm going to square that expression, I have to take that expression and multiply it by itself. Right? So now I will do it kind of like how we did problem B. 3x times 3x is 3x times negative 4, negative 12x. Negative 4 times 3x is negative 12x as well, and then plus 16. Combine these terms in the middle, 9x squared minus 24x plus 16. You try F. have negative 10x to the 5th minus 6x to the 4th plus 2x to the 3rd. Is that what you got? Any questions on that? Okay, let's move to the other types of algebraic expressions, and these involve powers. And I would say this is probably where you most struggle with knowing what to do when. Okay, so let's just look at an example here. Okay, here I have a to the 5th over a to the 8th and b to the 13th over b to the 7th. Before, when you were multiplying two, you added the exponents together. But here, if I'm dividing, what should I do with the exponents? Instead of adding, I will subtract them. Okay, so here I have a to the 5th over a to the 8th. So are there more a's on the top or more a's on the bottom? So will I end up with a's on the top or a's in the bottom in the end? On the bottom. 8 minus 5 is? So I have a to the 3rd in the denominator. Are there more b's in the top or more b's in the denominator? Top. So a to the or b to the 13th and b to the 7th will reduce to b to the 6th. Remember that? So that's dividing. If I multiply, what do I do to the exponents? I add them. What is the coefficient in front of x right now? 1. So 1 times 4 gives me 4. Now I'm going to have some x's and y's. If I add the x's, I get 4. If I add the y exponents, I get 6. Good. How about f? F is a little bit different. Now I have a power to a power. If you have a power to a power, what do? Multiply the exponents. X to the 3rd squared would be x to the 6th. Y to the 3rd squared would be y to the 6th. On the bottom, do I take 2 times 2 or do I take 2 and square it? Square it to get 4. It actually ends up the same either way, but we do square it. And then again, you get x to the 6th and y to the 8th. Am I done? No, let's simplify. X to the 6th over x to the 6th reduces to just 1, right? And then y to the 6th over y to the 8th will give me y what? In the denominator. Good. Let's do 2 more. Power to a power. Okay? What do I do with the 8? Multiply it by 3 to get 24. 6 times 3. And then do I do 4 times 3 or do I do 4 to the 3rd? What is 4 to the 3rd? 4 times 4 is 16, times 4 more is 64. I think the biggest mistake people would make in this scenario is they would write 12. So we're going to do 3 times 4 is 12. Okay. All right, and our last example, and then you'll have time to work on your assignment. It says to multiply these together, but it also says to take this to a power. Which one do I do first? Power. So I'm just going to write the x, y to the negative 1, and then I will do my power. Power to a power, what do? Multiply x to the 6th, y to the 12th. Now I'm multiplying. What do I do to the exponents? Add x to the and y to the 11th. And you are done. That's it. Okay, nice little review of exponents. We'll practice. Tomorrow we move on to solving equations. Short week, no school on Friday.